my fellow Americans. This is the battle of the branches. Which one is best? Which one is worse? We're going to rank them on a tier system that is unbiased and totally objective and has no bearing on the true actual impact of which branch is the best, but I know it's going to trigger you guys for views. That's why I wore that shirt, because I know very well you guys are going to write your little stupid mean comments down there below. I'm going to be glad because the traction goes to the video even more, and you're going to downvote it or upvote it if you actually like this, and the video will continue on, and my opinion will still be my opinion and yours will still be yours. So let's jump into the video. By the way, if this isn't patriotic, I don't know what is. We all fall under America, and that's what this is about. It's about being pure blood American. If you guys don't know what that's about, then just click away. Okay, so criteria which we can grade these all on. First off, cool factor. That's objective. If you guys don't know what objective means, you might as well go Google it because you guys are idiots. Second off, we're going to judge based off lethality of their forces. Obviously, that's going to matter. Third, functionality of the forces. What else do they do besides just what they're known for? Fourth, I can't count, is going to be the uniforms alone. Fifth is going to be, I don't know what could fifth be? But we're going to rank these suckers literally from best to worst. And some of you guys are going to get pissed off. If you guys don't know what the S is here, that pretty much means badass, which is the best one on this entire thing. It's based on like a video game type ranking system. I'm sorry if you guys don't know, if you guys have never heard of S, but S is on here. Just think of it as superb or superior or, I don't know, another S adjective. To trigger everybody, as I said in the beginning of this video, let's save the best for the first. Here we have United States Marine Corps, we have the United States Navy, we have the United States Air Force, we have the United States Army, the United States Coast Guard, and yes, they have included the Space Force because it has been officially deemed a U.S. service, part of the Department of Defense, and so we are going to technically make it on this list, even though it's still in its little tiny infancy stages of being a baby, and we have very little to judge it by, but we definitely will. All right, so let's go through this. So our first one, we talked about cool factor, and I'm not biased because I'm in the Navy. I'm going to let you guys know this. U.S. Navy, S ranking. I didn't even tell you why yet, but you're going to be triggered and downvote the video already because you're triggered already. But that's okay, guys. We're going to defend it with one thing. This is the card. I don't even have a card anywhere, but this is a card that I will lay down on this and tell you, Navy SEALs, the end. Chalk it up to that, baby. That's what it's about. So, cool factor, right? And then you're like, Nicky, you mentioned all about the uniforms. Yes, I understand. I mentioned the uniforms, but guess what? I don't like the green ones either. So, but our dress uniform I actually do like, so I'll keep that there. And then functionality, are you kidding me, dude? Like, bro, we are helping the Marines go to shore as an expeditionary force from the sea to land. Ask the Army if they do that. They don't even do that. And I know all these Army people are going to be triggered because there's so many people in the Army and you guys have a grandfather that was in. I get it. Your feelings are hurt. But moving on to the next thing, and you know, I'm going to say this because literally the Space Force, I'm going to give them some love from the start. You know what I mean? I would think that they should get some recognition as we move forward to getting them in this race of against the branches, because you guys love comparing all of these. I'm going to say let's give them a B, okay? And you're probably like, Nicky, why is that? B, because they were smart enough to just reuse the same uniforms, just put Space Force on them. Genius. Okay? Now, there's that. Also, on top of that, they actually had a show made for them before they were even a service. Man, like, does that not tell you something here? That they have so much clout that they're able to obtain a show with Steve Carell already? That's why I'm going to give some credit there. Functionality is up there, and you're like, Nicky, we don't really need a Space Force. I get what you're saying. I understand that caveman mindset that you guys have. But I'm going to tell you this. The Air Force has the best function. I'm going to tell you why here. They don't even have a true function that we know of yet. It's almost like a concept. Isn't that crazy? Like, they haven't even done anything, and we're giving them some leverage here. But we'll digress, and we're going to move on to the next branch. So we're going to be talking about our lovely brothers in the Marine Corps. Now, a lot of you guys may or may not know I serve with the Marine side of things as a Navy corpsman, and I can discuss, pretty in-depth about their functionalities, working alongside them, giving them SIQ chits, light duty chits, and denying all their corporal's course packages. But I will say we can actually talk about this intelligently, and obviously, we have to bring up the Department of the Navy. The Department of the Navy means that they fall under that. And if you don't understand service chain of command versus operational, you should probably Google that, because you might understand that functionality between the Navy and Marine Corps team. Obviously, a lot of you guys don't know how to read, so I'm going to explain it a little bit. Yes, under service, under like administrative aspects, yes, the Marine Corps falls under the Navy, but for the operational side, yes, they can bypass that part of the Navy and jump straight to the operational commanders to dictate where the Marines end up at. Now, you're probably asking, functionality. Cool. They can be at sea or at land. So they kind of function with the Navy, because the Navy does have some brown water forces as well. And you're talking about SEALs, small boat teams, SWCC, all that kind of stuff. And obviously, the Marine Corps has their little bit of tricks up their sleeves with Recon Marines and MARSOC and all that. We'll give them some credibility there. All right. The uniforms are top notch. I like them better than the Navy ones. But out of the pure fact of ego, which is obviously objective, right? We are going to put these guys level A. And we're going to treat this like a Navy eval. If you're not part of the leadership of the committee, doesn't matter. You have to be part of that committee. If not, you're not in the S tier. You're in that A tier. You're in the level below. So you better start hustling for some collaterals and start picking up some jobs there, Marine Corps. You better start selling some bake-saled goods. You better start figuring out how you can get part of the Junior Enlisted Association, because God forbid you try and make it to S. The Navy is ranking you below them right now. All right, so let's go to the Air Force here. We're going to have to say this. The Chair Force, obviously, I know a lot of you guys are going to be frustrated that I've used that term here, but the Chair Force obviously has its place, right? Everyone on my videos, whenever I bash the Air Force, says, but what about when you need air support? I appreciate your kind words of encouragement, but I'm going to tell you this. I get it, but we're not ranking them any higher than a B. And you're probably going to say, Nicky, why is that? Functionality. They don't want to go anywhere other than where they have to go. So their function is limited, right? We'll call it that. On top of that, the uniforms, like, no one is like, unless you're in the military, no one looks at the Air Force and says, man, that's an Air Force guy, right? Like, they're probably going to say that's an Army guy. To be fair, I know you're going to say, well, the Navy's uniforms look green and they're kind of Army. Like, I get it. I didn't say that I liked them. But we're going to go back to the Air Force lethality, okay? When you think of the Air Force, you may think of a few things. You got the PJs. We're going to give them a C, because God forbid I actually put anyone in the same category on this. And that's because I don't think any of these should be on a tie. That's just my personal opinion. Now, you're probably wondering here, why is my logic of the Space Force above the Air Force? I say this because the Space Force has skated so hard so far by doing absolutely nothing and still getting all this clout and credibility that I'm going to put them above that they are smart enough to break away as their own branch and just suck off the teat of the Air Force and become their own thing. So, yes. Also, did you ever watch Toy Story? Probably not. So that's probably why you don't understand why the Space Force is above the Air Force. So the Army is the largest branch as far as all these services go. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Yes, I understand they are not technically the largest branch, because you guys remind the Navy every single time that you got beat 1 year for that entire contest. Lethality, we can talk about that. You guys obviously have a lot of stuff under your belt, such as D-Day and other historical factors. But the uniforms, I don't know what you guys are doing anymore. The new ones are better than the gray ones that you guys had that look like total trash and garbage, like you could blend in with a rock. But I'm going to say that pretty much with the Army, I get it. You guys have this level of tradition that you guys are the Army, that you guys are the oldest branch, and there's a lot of you. But I'm going to say this. There's not much else to back it up besides that. So, anyway, talk about lethality. Obviously, we do have the Green Beret. which are kind of cool. But out of total objective data here, I got to put you guys as a D because that's just how I feel. And literally, I'm going to tell you guys this. I'm sorry. You guys are going to lose this year against the Navy, which is why they're all the way up there on level S. So, again, the disparity there is pretty high. So, I mean, Space Force and Air Force has beat you guys out. I know that you're probably a little butthurt that the Air Force broke off and became their own thing way back in the day. And now, look at that. The Space Force has even done it again and broken off into another tiny branch. So, yeah, there's that. And you're probably asking, Nicky, why aren't you including the Coast Guard down here? They don't even count as a branch. So we're not even going to put them on the list. And we're just going to leave these Pablo Escobar narco drug busters down here. If you guys hate this entire objective data here of what I rank these, let me know what you would rank your best branches from best to worst on this list. I will put the link down there below that you can check it out and rank them yourselves. Send them to me in a meme if you want, or whatever else you guys got out there that you guys are going to make fun of me about. But anyway, if you guys do have questions about this or anything else, you can always hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, or down in the comments below. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.